everybody, it's me, Ro, again from Scalpel and Stem, and I figured I'd do a lab tour today. All of these are my acclimated tissue culture babies. Everybody up here is usually not for sale. These are my babies. This is a place where I keep a lot of my plants, as well as the ones that I have tissue culture. You'll see multiples of the ones that I have in culture, whereas ones that are mine, like this samurai sword, those are usually one of one, the variegated one. She's cute. So yeah, we have plants in every possible spot of the lab. At one point, we did have a lot of stuff climbing up this wall, and it got a little crazy. It was Adansonii, the wide and narrow forms, and I kind of cut it back, and we're starting fresh with these epis because they're adorable. Mama Thai. Lots of, oh, Mama Elbow. There's Morticia tucked down in there. The McDowell. Pariso. Mexicanum. Sorry, I totally got distracted by showing off my babies. Variegated Florida banana tree. So those are my babies. And then we have some other stuff, some Nepenthes, because I have been working on them. In here, I have lots of jars of babies that are rooting or getting ready to acclimate. And I still have a ton of UPI. On this side, I don't trust this shelf, which is the only reason there's not plants on there. The person that I had do it did not really do a great job, so it's decorative now. As you can notice everywhere else, I have shelves stacked full of as much as humanly possible. Because we got to find room for everybody. But a lot of these big boys, sometimes I do sell them, sometimes they're mine. Sometimes I keep them because they are either going to be used for TC or I love them too much to let them go. These shelves are usually babies I'm getting ready to tissue culture. A lot of these are so genetically desirable and I love them so much that I'm going to be culturing them. This is where Acclimation Rose starts. And that's my Cupria. I mean, she's gorgeous. Stunning. Lance Leaf. Some begonia. I also stopped putting plants above the fish tank because I pesticide treat and also fertilize, and I don't want that dropping down in my fish tank. So we stopped doing that, and that shelf is empty as well. But acclimation babies, humidifiers. I bottom water, so these are actually the buckets that I bottom water out of. We're in the kitchen where a lot of these are not quite ready. And some need repotted. Some are just new to life. Lion's mane, I'm going to be grinding that later today and put in packages for sale. Lots of boxes and bags. Some Nepenthes. These are more my plants. You'll see you can buy Calathea at almost every Home Depot and Lowe's and whatnot. So a lot of my projects, my personal pet plants, my babies, they're all tucked back in here. Because you can get them elsewhere, except for these Atabapoens. She's cute. My Billy down there. You will always see humidifiers in various stages of being cleaned, and I always set my water out to gain room temperature, cleaning glassware. And of course, this is not shocking. Lime, gypsum, charcoal, vermiculite, all of the soil things and my domes and trays to work on those. Pretty typical cocoa core, pots, shipping stuff. Lots of domes and containers. I mean, not exactly your standard kitchen, but it is the standard kitchen in some ways too. My one pressure cooker here. My pot for making rice. A lot of these guys are not for sale. We do have some that will be coming up here as they're popping up for St. Patrick's Day. We have, I have to laugh because I'm still tweaking the humidity on this guy, obviously. This is where my humidity lovers live. This humidifier is new and giving me some challenges. Up here we have our carnivores. They love the super duper light. Again, some of these I can't sell. Like back in there is a Pharaoh's mask. Where is she? That one's still under licensing, so I would never sell that. I don't want to run into somebody's patent. But these oxalis are, again, getting ready to make their appearance for St. Patrick's Day. Some more calathea that you can totally get at Home Depot, which I happen to have a real fondness for. Banana trees. The bottom cut of my lovely Pariso. Some begonia and stuff. Everybody's pretty sad about the humidity in here. Right now it's pretty pathetic, but we're getting there. Here's my induction pressure cooker on the induction plate and my mini fridge for my hormones. That is soil for mushrooms. It's actually bulk, spawning bulk on that one. I set up, and I'm going to be doing rice soon because this is how we do, it's mushroom day. So this is how we get mushrooms to grow from agar plates. All my stuff is clean and sterile. I will not be walking in here because I don't like to walk in here with my shoes on. But as you see, I've got my fume hood and everything set up. A lot of my chemicals and glassware. I'm running out of space, which is why we will be seeing a lot of changes coming in the future. So you'll see a couple, like these are thankfully the only ones so far. They contain liquid culture and grain spawn. We just acclimated a bunch of plants. Getting ready for spring. So you see it's time for me to multiply a whole bunch out, but don't you worry. We got a bunch of guys ready to go. So we will definitely be filling up the cabinets again. And I don't know, more shelving and microwave. That's another HEPA filter that I run. I have a couple in here that I do. But they're important. Another humidifier that is currently clean for when I switch it out with something else. Kind of probably one of the funniest parts. So around here we use all the space that we can, and it just so happens that I ended up switching the bathroom and the shower into quarantine. So no plant comes into the lab without sitting in here and being treated with my pesticide mix for a minimum of 6 weeks, and then it can join the general population of my plants, and I'm pretty solid that it will be pest free. Sometimes they spend significantly more time in here only because I forget about them. But I do love them. I take in new plants all the time. Most of these will not be sold. So most of these are gifts. I did buy a couple because their genetics are stunning. So I have, again, we're gonna be playing with Hoya. There's a few Hoya in here and a Syngonium pink spot, red spot tricolor. It's way better than anyone I've seen genetically. So. Yep. No, a lot of you are interested in media video, and so that is definitely on my radar to do next. There are a lot of changes coming. My carpet, the carpet here, this has been problematic. So there was a water leak that came down. January 1st, of course, I walk into this. And the entire carpet was soaked. So we're having some issues with contamination now. So I did get approved from the landlord to rip up the carpet. There are going to be a lot of changes in the future. Let's just put it that way. In the meantime, take a look at some of my babies. Strawberry shake. PPP being all PPP like. She's so weird. I love her. Bloop. All right, I'm going to stop showing off my plants. El Choco.